Hi, this is my short race video from the Asian Cup in Hong Kong. As you can see, I got out of the water in third position, right after two good swimmers. I actually had a small gap of about 2 to 3 seconds to them, and then there was a big chase pack which was like 5 seconds behind me. And my plan was, of course, to get rid of the two favorites, which are both very good runners. The one is Rostislav Pevtsov from Azerbaijan, and the other one is Gabor Faldum from Hungary. And as I always do, the first few K on the bike is just all out, because I don't want to take any risks and just look what's happening on the course. So as you can see, I didn't take any time resting behind those two leaders and just smashed by them. And the wattage, as always, on the first few K is very high, and there was a little side wind, so it wasn't really easy to ride there. There was the first hill, and I decided to just go all out until the top of the hill, and then look around if someone was with me and who was with me. So this is the time when you're either gone from all the other athletes, or there are still people in your draft, and you have to work together as a group. And when I looked around, it was exactly the two guys I talked about before that were just in my draft, so no luck for me there. They were just too strong, and there was no chance of getting rid of them. Eventually we ended up of having about 12 to 14 guys in the lead pack, and surprisingly the pack worked really well together, and everybody shared their work and everybody did some leads. Actually, it was really honorable of those two very fast runners that they also did most of the work, especially on the first lap, because like you can imagine, it's not really necessary for them to get rid of any other runners, because they're certainly the most strong runners. At the moment we're actually riding towards Disneyland, the Disneyland resort in Hong Kong. So now it was time for me to do some work again on the front, and I just put my head down, put my arms onto the handlebars, and just smashed it. As you can see, the speed is going up. It's a little downhill, slightly downhill. And with that high speed, I got them kind of like on the wrong foot. I had a gap of maybe 10 to 15 meters to the pack, and thought about maybe going on with it and getting away, but I saw that they were just trying to get up and doing a little sprint, so there was no chance. This was basically the last time I saw any chance, because if you want to try it to get away, you better do that on the first lap, and everybody's maybe still a little tired from swimming, and afterwards, like if the people have the opportunity to recover in the pack, it's usually more difficult to get away, because everybody is capable of still doing a good sprint. So this was the first turnaround, and then it's just going back all the way, the same route. What you can see next is probably the most dangerous situation in all the bike ride. You can see the Aussie guy on the left, and he kind of slips from his handlebars and whoops, almost crashed into me. My heart stopped beating there for a second, because that might have been the end of the race for me, but luckily he managed to hold on to the handlebars again, and nothing bad happened. So let me tell you a little bit about the swim. It was a deep water start and I got away quite well, but like after 150 meters there were two guys trailing me and going straight onto the draft on my hip. So if someone drafts on your hip in the water, it's really difficult to get away then. So I saved some energy and just swam next to them, and sadly a little too late I saw that on the other side there was two guys smashing out really hard and they were almost gone. So I decided to do a little sprint, and it was like 25 meters, 30 meters all out sprinting in the water, and I almost caught up to the two guys again, but at the first buoy I still had a 5-meter gap to them, and I actually never caught up to them, and always stayed at a distance of about 5 meters to them. And what happened with that sprint is that the main chase group also had a 5 to 10 meter gap to me, so I was swimming right in the middle of the two leaders and the chase pack. But as I already said, the two race favorites, Pevtsov and Faldum, were just in the first few men of the lead pack, so nothing really exciting happened on the swim. If you see the speed jumping around, that was my magnet of the speed sensor crashing into the speed sensor on every turn of the wheel. So here we are, already almost at the end of the bike leg. I already unlaced my shoes, and as you can see all the other guys are trying to do the same, and that was my chance to I was trying to get first into T2, so when I got the lead I just smashed it again, as you can see with my wattage, and try to just build a little gap onto the others so I can easily change into my shoes. Sadly they just hung on to my back wheel, so there was actually 3 guys overtaking me on the last few meters into the transition 2. On the run it also wasn't that exciting. The guy from Hungary got away from me quite fast, and he actually was a little faster in T2, as I had some difficulties wrecking my bike, and so he was gone right away. And the other guy, Rostislav Pevtsov from Azerbaijan, he went by me at some blistering pace, and I wasn't able to hold on to him on the first few hundred meters. So they got together at like 1.5k, and I was in third all the time and just controlling the pace because I never had the chance to get back up. But there was also no danger from behind, so I just secured my third spot. Here's the last thing you see, is that the rocks on the left side were a little too close to the rack, so I miscalculated and wasn't able to put my bike into the rack and had to get it out again and put it in by the handlebars. That cost me maybe 2 or 3 seconds, which was just the gap to the front runner. So thanks for watching, and see you next week with the race video from the World Cup in Dongyeong in South Korea. Bye!